Hey, real quick, real quick. We about to check out this video, man. Another one for Karamo, man. Appreciate you for being the talented interviewer that you are, brother. But we're gonna tap in, man. See what this lady talking about. I haven't watched it yet. Once again, I got to give shout out this dude. Karamo got a nice show. I like the conversations and the dialogue that he have, right? Because we all can learn from it, right? The people that sit on that stage, we know somebody that knows somebody that act just like them or whatever situation they experiencing. So we're gonna figure out what this all about. All right, let me tap in.
I would say around 15, 16, it's almost like he started to be boasting. Mm-hmm. His voice got deeper. He started getting a little taller.
He started feeling himself a little bit?
He got into that growth spurt.
My grandma would say he's smelling himself a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
He's out there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's a good kid. It's just when I tell him to do something, if he's in his mode, he don't want to do anything.
Got it.
And he's yelling, he's huffing and puffing. I'm going to hear you breathe one more time, and I'm walking over to you. And that's a problem for me. If I ask you to do something, I need you to do it. I don't ask you to drop everything right now and do it, but go and do it.
So when did you notice the tension with your daughter, Deja, right?
Deja was 17.
Okay.
I have one-on-ones with my children. Let me say that first.
Uh-huh.
I have moments where I can say, well, they can come to me and say, Mom, you're messing up.
Oh.
I don't like it. She was 17. She told me I was projecting. I was projecting my teenage years on her. I was a young mom. Mm-hmm. I was pregnant at 17, walked across the stage for my high school graduation, 5.5 months pregnant.
Good for you that you made it through.
I finished school. I had a whole bunch of hiccups in between there because I didn't have no one taught me the drive on what you're supposed to do, not just as a parent, but as a human going out there in the world. Like, how do you set your finances up? How do you start a career? I didn't want a job, but I was working jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many jobs I've had because it's plentiful. I've had numerous
you're 17
jobs.
trying to survive. Okay.
They've never had to struggle for anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've struggled. I've gone sometimes weeks without eating so my kids have food. Yeah. I've made sure they had everything they need.
Is she mouthy to you?
No, not really. It's more so she's nonchalant about it.
She's nonchalant about it.
I'll tell her certain things like, okay, your curfew is 2 a.m. I'm very lenient, and you still can't make it home till 3:30, 5 o'clock in the morning? This is the kicker. She outside on the patio clearing her mind.
See, that's called, like she said, she's nonchalant, right? I have a little kid that I work with. Very, very, very nonchalant. I am nonchalant. My brother is nonchalant. We came up as teenagers nonchalant, so I know what that energy is like. It's more or less like, okay, if I tell you, like she said, your curfew is at 2, okay, you're going to say, okay, I'll be in. But you know when you leave, you're going to do what you want to do regardless, right? So that's how she is, yeah. That nonchalant energy, hey, it can be disrespectful.
Collecting her thoughts. You toe up. You drunk. You high. You should be in the bed somewhere. You're not collecting your thoughts. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, so she's drinking and getting high? She smoke weed?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I smoke weed as well.
No, that's why it's not a judgment, but it's also
and
a
she drinks more than she smokes. That's the problem. The drinking.
Okay, she drinks smoke weed.
You're going to be 20 this year, and you have a tolerance of a man, and you brag on that. She told us to her father.
Really?
Like, I get that me and mom and daughter have a certain type of relationship. So I get that she tells me certain things. And I express to her certain things your daddy don't need to know. Certain things your daddy don't want to know. Certain things I don't want to know. And you tell me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, just understand that certain things is for your friends and certain things is for your parents.
Yeah. You're trying to say that I have an open dialogue with you. You can come to me, but there's a boundary that needs to be respected. Well, listen, it's time to meet your teenagers, I think. So everyone, let's welcome Deja.
I got mixed feelings on that. She said you could come to me to tell me anything, but there's a boundary. That's kind of confusing for me. To each his own, no judgment, right? Got to say that. For me, I want you to tell me everything. Maybe it's my controlling mechanisms, right? Maybe it's my, the way I think, because my goal is to make sure I help you in the best way. Don't leave me out. I'm your ace in the hole, because I'm going to keep it all the way up. Hey, I'm going to keep it all the way G with you. So I want my sons, my nephews. Ain't no judgment. I might laugh at you because I'm silly like that, but I'm going to give you the bona fide truth, right? I ain't blowing no smoke. I ain't stroking no egos. I'm going to tell you what it is. If you caught a sucker attack, you caught a sucker attack, or whatever the case may be, but tell me everything. Don't leave nothing out for me. So she say, you can tell me anything, but it's a boundary. Some of that stuff go tell your friends. What can you tell your friends that you can't tell me? What can you possibly tell your friends that you can't come and talk to your daddy about? Well, her mother, you know what I'm talking about. For me, I would be offended if you didn't come and tell me, because I'm gonna give you the best. You know what I mean? Of my ability. Let's tap in. Let me get up my emotions.
Asia and Dwayne for the show.
It's like when I turned 17, like how she said, it just started plummeting. Like, we started getting into it all the time, arguing and everything like that, and it just, I don't know, like, everything just started being different.
Why did we argue, though?
Because we had a lot of disagreements.
A disagreement about what?
Right, let it be known.
We had disagreements about what she wanted me to do and what I didn't want to do.
What did I want you to do and what didn't? Be specific. Give me an example of what we argued about.
Me cleaning certain things, what I wanted to do with my life and stuff like that.
Okay, so let's go to cleaning. What did we argue about with cleaning?
What I cleaned and when I cleaned it.
What you cleaned and when you cleaned. When did you clean?
When I wanted to.
When you wanted to.
You wanted me to clean when you wanted me to clean.
No, ma'am. I wanted you to clean, period. What was your comment you made to me when you was 18? Oh, I'm 18. I ain't got to do chores no more. Ain't that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
So why do you feel that way? And you still living in my house? In the largest room, mind you. In the largest room. Outside of the master, she has the largest.
Let me tell you something. This era, I don't like to say generation because it isolates, right? Because we was no better, right? Now we might not be to the magnitude this era is in, right? But these kids, some of the majority of them, is very selfish. It's me, 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 me. They see they tunnel vision, right? They want you to do things for them, but they don't want to do, return the favor. There's a lot of kids I work with, I have to tell them, does that make sense? Your mama asks you to do something, you don't want to do it, but you turn around and say, Mama, can I do this? And you expect her to do what she need to do, or you expect your parent to do, what you asked of them. But a lot of kids have this disease. That's what I'm calling it, disease. Let's see what they're talking about, though.
In this apartment that we're in now, I was sleeping in the dining room area, so my children can have their own space. I never made them share rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, we sharing a room right now.
Y'all share the room now. Why? Why are you sharing a room right now?
We sharing a room because you flashed out on me one day and I left because you said if you don't like what I'm saying, you can get out.
So that makes you feel like you can go where? Where you going?
I left.
Where you going? Where you at?
To my friend's house.
For how long?
I stayed there for a week.
4 days. 4 days and she was back in my house. And she left again after she broke curfew another time after coming back home. And not only did she come back home, she came back home to expect that king-size bed in that bedroom.
And you said no.
And I confiscated that. Yes, I did. Okay. Me and my 2 toddlers at home are in that room.
So hold on, there's a couple of things there. First of all, I need to go back.
I'm gonna tell you something. I like the mother. I like the no nonsense, hold you accountable, think before you speak, don't say half truths, let it be known why I respond to you, right? So I love the parenting energy, right? I ain't seen no flaw yet, right? Well, I got some disagreements, but that's a male or father versus mother perspective. So, but yet, I like how she on their heels, right? The question is, was she on their heels, forever, like before they got grown? That's what I don't know. But hey, so I love it. Gotta say that.
Just a little bit. So why did you end up leaving?
We had got into it like a day before the situation.
Okay.
And
about what?
I don't remember what it was, but we got into it and it was heated.
Do you feel like your mother treats you and your brother the same or differently?
Me and him?
Yeah.
We get semi the same treatment. But them other 2 kids is totally different.
What kind of treatment does the other kids get?
Those are her babies.
Those are her babies.
They're babies.
Well,
they are babies.
No, not like my babies. No, like those are my kids.
So
and
you
we're
tell me
her
I treat y'all like I don't have no kids. Those my kids.
You treat us like you're bigger kids.
Cause you are. You walk around telling me you grown.
Mama, you say that your 2 younger kids are our replacement.
Why wouldn't I just kick you out then? Why wouldn't I just do that? If I'm gonna replace you with some new kids, these kids was playing. So if I'm gonna replace you with them, why wouldn't I just get rid of y'all ass?
Why you
if that's how you feel. I replaced you. You're my replacement.
Did you not kick Trey out?
What did I kick you out for? What did I kick you out for?
I wasn't listening.
This man looked me in my face and told me, and my new kids.
Mama, that was the last. No, that was the last
Dwayne,
time.
did
I'm
you
talking
say
about
that?
when we stayed in the.
Now my next question is what? Y'all already know what I'm gonna ask. What a father. Call his daddy. Call that nigga daddy. Somebody need their butt whooped. This is what happened when you take them. I don't know where the daddy at. Seems to me, hey, he's not around if he ain't on the stage. So daddy ain't there. For your son to look you in your pupils and tell you F you and your kids. Oh my God. See, this is what happened. They spoiled. She heard you. Did you hear what she said earlier? They were spoiled. They ain't had to struggle for nothing. They spoiled kids. We are bigger kids. But you out this real sexually active, drinking, smoking, being disrespectful, and you think you supposed to lay comfortability in my home? They delusional. This is what's going on. This is with the social media, all the camera, the glitz and the glam, and housewives and all them other talk shows and all this noise. They shaping this era's generation, right? It's not just happening to the kids. It's happening to to all of us to a certain extent. But on the disrespectful side, and then you believe you're supposed to be able to sit comfortable in my home in a king size bed. Nah, y'all two in that one room, or move out. Especially if you're being total disrespectful. Gotta say that. What a
No apartment, and you said
You did
that
say
because,
that.
I
because
did
him
say-
and
I
Glenn
did
was
say
getting
that.
into it, right or wrong?
When him and was getting into it, you talking about when we were staying together? When we were all in the same apartment? Before
Yeah.
I left and got my own apartment? Yes. He got into it with my ex. And I asked him, didn't I ask you what you want to do? Didn't I ask you, did you want to go to your daddy or did you want to stay here? Didn't I ask
Okay,
you?
but why you
I made
wouldn't
a
kick him
choice.
out? This
So
your
you made the
kid.
choice. So you didn't
First
get
of all,
kicked
you
out.
didn't
You're
tell
saying
me.
you made the choice?
Well, that time I made the choice. I've been kicked out before, but
Okay.
in that time when I got into it with my stepdad at the time, I made the choice to leave because it was kind of awkward.
Got it. And so, Deja, what happened in January when you got home after your curfew? Because I can see you're aggravated about.
So this is why, look at the boy voice deep. This is why when you have a stepfather and a real father, it's a certain dynamic that got to be had to stay up under the same roof. And if you're dealing with a spoiled child with a mouth, you know what I mean? He don't realize that he's a young man. That's what he don't get. He don't realize he's a man. See, he's still operating on a little boy time. We see men. We looking at you bite your jaw, right? You know what I mean? Pivot a little bit, take a step back, square up, right? Look at you at the corner of your eye, saying slick words. Those are fighting. So you got to go. Somebody got to go. You got to say that. If I'm paying rent in there, hey, he got to go. Go to your daddy house, nigga.
Something. What's going on in your mind?
This is how I be at home.
Yep.
My mama is very inconsiderate of a lot of things.
Okay.
My mama listens, but she don't hear.
Okay. Give me an example.
Please.
Like, I told her, like, hey, Mom, I got violated and stuff like that in
so
January.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
And that was the only, like, I just told her about that time. And there was another time in December as well. When I told my mama, we were sitting at the bar at my cousin's house. And I said, well, remember that time when I didn't come home and you were calling my phone and you were wondering where I was? And I told her, I said, I was violated. And she lit a cigarette and was like, okay. And she started, like, she had tears in her eyes and stuff like that. And I was like, that's it? And then she didn't say nothing. And I got up and I walked off.
What was going through your mind in that moment?
I was molested when I was younger. This is a triggering conversation for me. One thing I will not do is sit here and be ridiculed by my own child who knows I will go to the ends of the earth for you. You know it.
Mama,
no,
I didn't
listen.
say- no,
you said
'cause I
you didn't say your piece. Now listen to me. And the reasons why I didn't say nothing, because you know this already. If you felt like you needed more help, I'm not the one to help you with it, because I ain't done with my own healing. And you know this. This is not something I hear from you. So if you needed that healing, what you should have did was got yourself some doggone professional help, or reached out to me and said, I need professional help. How many times have I asked you, did you want to go to therapy? Did you say yes? No. So how the hell am I supposed to help you if I can't help myself?
Never
Okay,
sue
my
the other
producers will tell me right.
Right there, that's deep. That is deep, right? You have to respect it. It's kind of that I can see where the daughter, but the mother offered help. She said you want to go to a therapist because she's still battling them same memories and experiences, right? Then to look at your daughter, know your daughter just went through the same thing you went through, but the daughter looking at her like, that's all you got for me is a cigarette and some tears, but not understanding the process of what her mama dealing with, that's the disconnect. That's the head butt, right? Because that's deep, man. I want to see how Karam will break this down. Got to say that.
Right now, that when Deja told you, you also initially didn't believe her?
I never told her that.
Okay.
Still to the day, I never told her that because I have questions and I didn't want to ask her those questions and make her feel like her mama was going against her. You did not tell me nothing. Now what I'm supposed to do? The second dude who she told me about came in my house without no...
So what she's saying is she didn't want to have to ask her daughter that tough questions. Basically, you know, allegedly, right? Where was you at? Who was you with? How did it started? Right? What relationship you got with that person? Was it a finesse situation, or was it just a gimme take situation? Right? So them the questions she didn't want to ask her in that time. That's deep, man. That's deep. You know, I'm on the outside looking in, though.
Sister and other brother in the house. Me in the house. You brought him to my house. I don't care what he threatened you with. You should have let me know that. I would have handled the situation. Period. You don't bring him in my house. And you continue to deal with him after that.
Ooh.
You brought him in my house. I don't care about none of that. You want me to handle something? I'm going to handle it today.
I see where the breakdown...
Ooh, that's so. That's where the maturity come in at with the daughter. Because you can't say somebody took something or you've been violated. Let me put it that word. If you can't say you've been violated, but you're still hanging with him and you're bringing him to your mama house. So what you doing? Is this a manipulation tactic? Right? And I hear what some people gonna say, well, you know, she probably couldn't get away and he probably brainwashed her and da-da-da-da. Hey, okay. That's another view. Right? But that's what mom dudes looked at it. I ain't trying to hear this now when you done brought this cat around and you continue to have a relationship with him. What are we talking about? Are we talking about some kinky stuff?
Down
Some
in this
freaky
family
stuff?
has
What we
wet.
talking about?
I see where it is. There is a part of y'all that is spoiled.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Great.
But it's her fault.
Yeah, I know this.
Let me tell you.
No,
because
it doesn't matter that it's...
She said it's her fault. Oh my God. Common sense is not common. Whoa. How old is she? You talking about naive. And both of them. And she got to be careful, boy. Because the right shiny car and the slick tongue gonna have her. She got to be more careful.
It's her fault because
Where
now
is
y'all are,
daddy at?
you're still 17, you grown. At the end of the day, you are at the age of 18. I wish I would have had the luxury to still be at my mama's house. It was like I was done. It was, you got to be out there, you got to figure it out. You got to I had 3 jobs, I had to do what I had to do. And so you have this luxury knowing that I can always come back and do what I want to do because I know that I'm spoiled. I know she gonna give me whatever I need. And you're younger, but you even have acknowledged that she's giving you everything. She's doing things for you. And so I do believe that you all need to have some self-realization as sister and brother and talk to each other and say, yo, we have it really good because good in the sense of having someone that is going to be there. I'm hearing when she says, get out my house. And I understand how that can trigger abandonment. It can trigger these feelings like you don't really want me, especially if there's new kids that are coming in. So I don't want to just dismiss your feelings. I can understand what you're feeling. So her words, yes, hurtful, and are coming out of frustration. You also both know in your heart of hearts she really don't mean it because she'll take you back in and she'll do everything for you. Am I correct? But what your mother is doing and how you all are responding to her is disrespectful, and she does deserve better than that.
See, this is what I say, right? When I talk to my sister and her nephew, and my nephew, her son, right? My son and other people who got sons and kids that you be around, right? That you raised and then they hit that 19, 20, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, right? You got to shed the parenting skin because they still looking at you as mom and daddy. You got to reintroduce yourself. That's what I did with my sons when they turned 14, right? My stepson, you know, he had a slick tongue because he came up under his mama. He's a mama's boy, so his tongue was slick, right? Now my son, he already knew what time it was because he from the hip. I called him coming out, right? So I really had to reintroduce myself to my stepson because my son already knew, right? He grew up under the tutelage of discipline, right? But my stepson, I had to reintroduce myself. So he's probably like 14, right? When I did it, right? 13, 14, somewhere in there. So I go upstairs, I call the meeting, boom. Lay at the table, boom. I come downstairs, put my pistol on my hip, come downstairs. What's up, man? How y'all doing, man? My name Cork. They looking at me crazy. My name Cork. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? And I had to tell her, I'm no longer daddy. I'm a man first. So you gotta watch how you talk to me. Right? That slick of the tongue. So that's what she gotta do. She gotta shed that skin. And she's doing it because she's kicking them out, but she keep bringing them back in. She kick them out, she bring them back in. She kick them out, they get slick at the tongue. She kick them out. It's a cycle. She got to shed that skin because they don't understand the difference. See, they want to be grown when they want to be grown, but then they want to be a kid when they want to be a kid when it suits them. She got to shed the skin. This is what I tell my sister. This is what I had to learn. Me and my son had to shed our skin, right? I called him raising from the hip, right? So it had to come a time. The difference is, as parents, some. Like I said, she's a female, I'm a male, I'm a father, she's a mother. So it's different. As a man, and I think more men probably can relate to this, we can see it coming. You want to be grown, but deal with you as such. Right? It takes one time to disrespect because I know you emotional. Like more young adults are, right? So we're going to have to shed that skin. And then we good because you're still my son, I love you dearly. I just know I know how to approach you. Right? And I know how to deal. And I'm watching you because at this stage of the game, these kids are building their new characteristics. So they 17, 18, 19, 20. They playing the same game grown folks play. Right? The same mental games we play, they learning to play. This is why it's so radical. But she got to shed the skin. I ain't going to keep preaching, man. Let Karamo do his thing.
So can you two acknowledge and at least apologize to your mother for your behavior and try to make the commitment?
Sorry I did all that. That was kind of dumb. It was.
What about you?
I apologize for coming in your house whenever I want to.
There is growth here. But at the same rate, now that she's about to be 20, new boundaries have to be set on your point.
Right.
And you have to do that.
You are right.
But there's a bigger issue. You came here to say because you said, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
And I saw what you're doing wrong with your kids. What you've done wrong with your kids is those boundaries, first of all, but your kids are also telling you that the thing that you're admittingly and openly admitting that you not can't give, which is affection, I can't give this, they're telling you that that's what's pushing them away and making and causing the disrespect. We've acknowledged the disrespect is wrong. But there's also something about a kid saying, I need affection. I need someone just to communicate. I'm 17, I don't know what's going on. You just told me you were 17, walking across the stage, 5 months pregnant, and you didn't have anybody to talk about with it. And you didn't know what to do. And I'm also sure that caused you to be a little closed off, to be unsure of who you can talk to. And now you have a son that's growing up who's getting closed off and not sure who to talk to. You also have a daughter who I understand your own trauma, and I'm sorry. Same way the first thing I heard out of her mouth when she said that she was violated, I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you being violated. But and that has to be acknowledged. But at the same rate, when you said, I can't help you. I've never healed. What do you want me to do tomorrow? Those are your words. There was a lot you could have did. And you started to hear the audience say it. Even though you didn't process your own trauma, doesn't mean you couldn't have given her the hug that you wanted when it happened to you.
That's the thing that would have broken me even more.
I know. I'm going to tell you this. You think it would have broken you, but it probably would have healed you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because what we're afraid to sometimes face is the thing that actually is going to be the catalyst for us to get to our greatest point of healing in our lives. Because what would have happened is that the little girl and you then didn't get protected. What you've been always trying to do is protect them. And in that moment, by protecting her and showing up for her, your little girl would have been like, okay, now maybe I have
to protect her from the experience, but to protect her from the result of it.
Boom.
There
Look
it
at
is,
that.
Mama.
You got it. You already got it.
There it is, Mom. She picked up on it quick. She picked up on it quick. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. So this is why women should live in their femininity, right? You could tell that she got a aggressive. Well, let me not do this because she's aggressive, right? But she's aware. She's how can I say it? She's aggressive, right? You could in her tone. She's more sharp. I'm assertive. That's what the word I'm looking for. Assertive, right? She's assertive, right? but you could tell she still got that, I mean, a block of her emotions, right? Where she didn't know how to show up for her daughter in that moment, right? From her own trauma. But it's deep though that, you know, Karoma broke it down. She caught it, because you can tell in her face that she caught the message, right? It fell from the sky and then hit her, right? So now she hugging her daughter. That's a beautiful moment right there. That's called growth and development. Gotta say that. Gotta say that.
Give this one a hug right now. Tell him you're going to shower him with affection.
Everyday battle to be a child.
You know you love it. You know you love it. You know you love it.
Yeah, big baby. You know your baby.
And I'm going to say one last thing. They have been good with their mouth towards you, but their mouth is going to be worse with other people because they're going to mimic you. So I don't know how y'all talk to other people. Right. Your mouth is bad?
I know it already. I've heard from other people how her mouth is.
So please, people forget that the words we say is part of that generational trauma. Yeah. Your mama cussed somebody and cussed you out, you going to cuss them out. Yeah. They going to start cussing people out. It has to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
So
that's what I say. When I tell people to go home and see the product that they grew in and watch it, because you only going to do what you know. You're going to fall back into what you know in the heat of the moment, right? So you need to go see what's around in that, right? Somebody dating them two people right there, nothing wrong with it. They handsome people. They can grow to be successful and great people and great, you know what I mean, adults, right? But you need to go see what they grew in, right? Because it seems to me there's no father in sight. And that boy need one, and that girl definitely need one. So I don't know what's up to the pops, man. But I'm going to leave y'all with my slogan, man. The fight of your life, it takes some coaching. Keep swinging. Yep.